Welcome to the Cayman's Island podcast, where we talk all things San Francisco 49ers. I'm your host, David Cayman. In today's show, I want to give you my thoughts, outlook, and keys to victory for the Arizona Cardinals versus San Francisco 49ers this Sunday. It's going to be our first home game faithful at Levi's Stadium. That's a 1:25 Pacific start, and for us guys on the East Coast like myself, that's a 4:25 start. Now, in light of the 49ers wearing their throwback jerseys for the game, I got what I call my current throwback jersey that I'm wearing today, which is my Patrick Willis jersey. I believe I got this back in 08 or 09. I even got my older hat to go with it, but just want to represent that because of the fact that the Niners are wearing their throwback gear. I thought I'd get real game sentimental and wear my throwback gear as well. Just overall, man, my thoughts on the game. I really feel as though there's zero chance that Brock Purdy plays in this game. For all intents and purposes, I'm confident that Mac Jones is going to get his second consecutive start, and I really feel like that's the right move. I know Brock was out there practicing in a limited capacity. I'm not, by any stretch of the imagination, a physician, but it just didn't look very fluid. So if he's not 100%, this is not a must-have game where we're going to miss the playoffs if we don't get this man out there. I say, Brock, get back to as close as 100% as you can. I'm fully confident we can pull out a victory against the Arizona Cardinals with Mac Jones as quarterback. It's just going to be imperative that we block for him. Just like last week, right, when we were able to block the Saints. Now, I feel like the front seven of the Cardinals is better than the Saints' front seven for sure. And with Connor Colby making his first start, I really feel as though they're going to put that man to the test. I think he did a good job last week. He's a rookie. There's going to be growing pains. There's going to be things to learn. And on the other side of that field, that coaching staff for the Cardinals is going to absolutely put to the test Connor Colby and stress that offensive line. I think it all starts and ends with protecting Mac Jones. If we want to pull out a victory, we give him similar protection to last week, and I think he'll be able to do some positive things. I really feel like Christian McCaffrey is going to play a big role. Now, I know you might be thinking CMC plays a big role every game. I completely agree, but I really feel based on CMC's past performance against the Cardinals, man, that he could really be the tone setter at the very beginning of the game. So career averages, okay, for CMC. He's got 10 games against the Cardinals where he averages 82.9 rushing yards per game over his career. That's 7 games, 100 carries, 580 yards, 5.8 yards a tote, 10 rushing touchdowns. I would really like to see us put focus on the run game. Now, with that being said, I'm not saying just to force a run in there with the loaded 8-man box every play. That's one of the reasons I think we came out throwing early on last game against the Saints. Maybe this time if we mix it up a little bit more, it won't look so erratic. I know that Mac started last week 0 for 4 in the game on his pass attempts, but quickly settled down when we were able to get him the adequate protection he needs. I feel like if we this would be crazy, maybe even try to throw a screen pass to Christian McCaffrey, but I would really like to see that run game get going, and I really do think it is. Just based on CMC's career against this team, I feel as though CMC is going to get anywhere from 85 to 100 yards rushing, and then probably about 30 receiving yards through the air. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing Ricky Pearsall continue to evolve. Juwan is listed as hurt. At this point in the game, when isn't Juwan listed with some form of injury? Can our backup tight ends continue the success that we've seen thus far backing up playing for George Kittle? I believe that they can, and I really believe that they will. I have the 49ers winning this game 24-23 off the back of a Pinero game-winning field goal. Now, I'm confident we're going to win the game for just the simple fact that I think we have the overall better team. I feel key to success for the entire game is going to be time of possession, pacing, and keeping Kyler Murray in the pocket. He has absolutely embarrassed us with his legs over these last few seasons. And I know a lot of times it's from, I love me some Nick Bosa, but there's been times where he's gotten up the field way too quick and exposed that edge. I think that now that we have the ability to really set a good edge overall, and of course we have Mr. Robert Saleh back, I think this is going to be an effort across the board. If we keep Kyler Murray in the pocket, I believe that's the key. I think we'll get enough possessions on offense to score more points than the Cardinals. And if we keep him in the pocket, not creating a bunch of off-schedule plays, I think we're absolutely going to be fine in this game. I feel we have more weapons than they do offensively and defensively. Now, Trey McBride at tight end is a monster, right? And I like his game. I like everything he does. But there's another guy that's going to be opposite the field from him. Y'all may have heard of him, Fred Warner. He's pretty decent at what he does too. So I believe those two guys are going to really nullify each other or cancel each other out. Not that Trey is not going to get, not that he's not going to get a catch. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it's going to be a shutout. I'm just saying I don't think it's going to be like 150-yard, 2-touchdown game from him just because of how good Fred is. And D. Winters, man, with the way he's been playing and the way he's been looking, I think we're going to be fine in that aspect. But the reason I have the score so close, man, is because for whatever reason, the Cardinals play us very close. They're a team that beat us twice last year. In one game, we had lots of special teams issues, injuries, couldn't even attempt a kick, and they were able to come back and beat us. And then that last game last season, man, I got to be honest with you, I've never seen a team just be done with that whole 2024 season, but it didn't seem like that the 49ers were very much up for that game. So I'm not using that as an excuse, but it just didn't look good whatsoever. So having said that, keys to victory, right? Keep Mac Jones up, give him enough time to get a release off the ball, keep folks from getting around the edge on him and strip sacking him, causing him to fumble, similar to what happened with the Saints last week. If we give him enough time to throw and he's cognizant of the timing that he's back there throwing and getting rid of the ball, I think we're going to be fine. Now, I say this too, James Conner is no slouch, guys. He is going to make you stop him. He's going to pound the ball over and over again, and he's going to hit you. He's going to make you stop and contain the run. I do feel like it's a possibility that James Conner could have over 100 yards rushing, similar to what happened with the Saints last week, that they were able to get over 100 yards rushing, but we were still able to pull out that victory. I really see a similar scenario playing out. Unfortunately, I do feel it's going to be a nail-biter again, just because, again, the way the Cardinals play the Niners so tough. But I do have us coming out with a 24-23 victory. Good guys. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. What do you think? Do you think I missed anything as far as keys to victory in this one? Or perhaps do you have a different spread or points projection? As always, if you like the video, please remember to like and subscribe. And as always, take care and be blessed.